How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about becoming the positive version of you. If you are someone that wants to change the way you're experiencing life, whether you're going through a difficult situation or have just been struggling and you want to feel good, you want to create a future that you're excited about, this is going to be the episode for you because we're going to talk about how to make that shift and live a positive life. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So I want to start this message with gratitude. Gratitude for you. I'm so thankful that you are giving me the opportunity to grow. There are two journeys that we go on in life. There's the external one that we're all extremely aware of. It's getting the certain job. It's getting certain grades in school. It's the marriage, the building the house, the family, like this thing that we're set out to do. And then before you know it, you retire, your life's over. There's that journey. And there's certain things, everyone might have a different perspective on what those things are, that we would consider success. Maybe it's a financial level. Maybe it's a health level, looking a certain way. Maybe it's a status level, a fame level. Like there's these markers that we set that we believe if we do those, we are successful. And in this episode, we're not talking about whether or not those are true. We're talking about the second journey that we truly have to focus on. In fact, I believe this one is the most important, because that first journey is just a moment in your energies experience. This life, which is very quick, is just an opportunity for you to grow, for you to learn, for you to expand. So if it's an opportunity for you to learn and grow and expand, then what is it that's learning and growing and expanding? It's your internal self. Your energy within you, the part of you that feels down, the part of you that feels up, the part of you that hurts, that is truly you, has a journey as well. And that journey is to raise its perspective so that it can love and forgive and be in joy in every situation. That doesn't mean you won't go through hard times in this life. You will. You will absolutely be challenged. That doesn't mean that everything is perfect and you'll always be happy. What it means is, while you're having the journey of your life experience, you have to be focusing on the journey of your true self's experience. How much time do you spend each day truly reflecting on your energy? Thinking about the perspective that you're perceiving everything. How many actions do you take each day to make sure that your internal self is aligned with the frequency that you desire? Gratitude is the tool. So when you want to make a shift, gratitude is what you use. but we have to take stock at where we're at first. How many times have we seen somebody that seems to have it all, but they're miserable? How many times have we seen somebody that seems to have nothing, but they're happy? Your purpose beyond this physical one is being an energy that lifts yourself up so it can make the world a better place. Because if you make the world a better place, you make it a better place for energy to heal and learn and grow. That is the true purpose. When you start making that your mission and everything else secondary, you will feel fulfilled. You may not be perfect every moment, but you will have a guiding star of what it is that you're trying to focus on, because then it becomes not being the best you, it becomes elevating you to be the best energy to give to the world. Being in positive energy is great. Being in positive energy flow is amazing. You see, when you start feeling a certain way, that's good. You're receiving. But if you want to be abundant in something, you have to be flowing. So the mission is figuring out how can you heal and give away that energy that you're healing from. And there is no right or wrong thing that you need to heal from. Some people have been through some very traumatic experiences. Some people are just struggling with life. Whatever it is for you, it's okay. As you start healing it, think of the things that you're using to heal, be the example of those things for the world so that you can give it away. When you take energy in, let it build within you, and then you give that energy out, you are in flow state. That is how you create a positive mindset. A positive mindset is not a mindset that's happy all the time. A positive mindset is a mind, is an energy that operates at a certain level at all times. That's your calling. That's your purpose. That person is unstoppable. That person is not worried what the economy is doing. That person is not worried what the news is saying. That person is not worried about the difficulties, the hurt, the pain that's going on in the world, because they are the solution to those things. Everywhere that person goes, they uplift. That's who you're supposed to be. That's who I'm supposed to be. And so we get there by taking care of our mind, body, and spirit. We take care of the mind because the mind is the filter, the way we're processing things. We take care of the spirit because that's your energy. That's what you truly are. We take care of the body because that's the vessel that gets us there. You focus on those things and you focus on that journey, your physical journey, the one you're on, will start making a lot more sense because you will no longer have fear in it, because everywhere you're at is exactly where you can provide value. If you're providing value, that value you're providing is flowing through you, so you're feeling the positive energy. That's why this all comes together. So it's not about being the doctor. It's not about being the bus driver. It's not about being the executive. Those things are secondary. It's about being the version of you that makes energy better. That every room you go into, you are an asset to that room. And here's the best part. When we start thinking about this version, that seems so distant from us, when we're struggling, when we can't even have a successful normal day without thinking about the negative thoughts, about why we shouldn't be here, about how we're a burden to others. The good news is your current pain, your current state is your value, because other people are struggling too. And so as you start being selfish for you and fixing that, elevating that with the mindset of when you get there, you're going to focus on your number one journey, which is giving that energy away. You are going to be the solution for others. That's why your pain has value. The hurt that you've gone through does matter. And if there's two journeys, the physical one of this life, but then there's your spiritual one, your energetic one, the more important one, the one that I believe is a longer timeline, then you are not this current experience. The things that you've struggled with do not define you. They are opportunities for you to learn. Just think about it as a class. If you go to a classroom and learn about a subject, you're taught about it, you're researching it, you start to understand it, you are not that subject, but you've learned it. What is the best way to learn something? To go through it. Do you want to learn about money, about how to make $1 million a year from somebody that started out making no money and then figured out how to make money and now makes $1 million a year, or somebody else that read about the person on how to make $1 million a year and they're the one telling you. You want to learn from the person that went through it, that actually did it with their hands. And that's the road that you're on. Why wouldn't you be the hero in your situation? Why wouldn't you be this energetic being that said, you know what? I want to provide value. I want to grow. I'm going to pick an experience that's difficult so that I can learn to love and have the opposite of what it is that I'm going through. You can't just learn it by reading. You have to learn it by doing and becoming. When you take that perspective, it gives you power. It gives you strength. It gives you meaning. And if we're creating this whole experience, why wouldn't we think about that about ourselves? Why wouldn't you have a perspective that you were here to make a difference? Why not? I was thinking about how much abundance there is in this world, and I feel like there's a few ways to obtain it. One, I could be at my current state and make you lower yours. You see, if I'm operating at a certain level, and then I convince the people around me to start operating at a lower level, the law of attraction says everything on the frequency that I'm operating with will come to me because I'm the attractor at that level, and everything on the frequency that you're operating with will go to you. That's one way where I can obtain everything. That is not what we want to be. We are looking for the true abundance. This is the beauty. This is the ultimate mission. You see, in the first example, that's a lack description, meaning I can have, but for me to have, someone else cannot. A lot of people think that way. We can free ourselves from that because true abundance would be me being so abundant and you being so abundant. Imagine if there was 1 million things in the world and every person had an abundance of it. Not more than anybody else, abundance, the same abundance, like every need they had fulfilled. That exists on the planet. We have all the information in the world accessible on the internet. We have ways to build food, access to water, like we can make this happen. Imagine if every single person, their purpose was to give to others more than they're receiving. You see, when it's just you doing it, that might seem empty. Like, okay, I give it, but eventually I'm going to give it and have nothing. But if everyone else was trying to give just as fast as you were trying to give, imagine that abundance. You couldn't even fathom what it is that you wish to receive because it would already be coming, because somebody else's goal would be to give it to you faster than you could desire it. And your goal would be to give it to somebody else faster than they could desire it. That's the journey we're on. That's the purpose that you have. Let's start with information. Let's start with energy exchange. We'll get to the physical. We'll get to the point where we can give the finances like that, where we can give the resources like that, but start with the energy. Level up your thoughts, not just to heal you, but that you could give your neighbor something that they don't even realize they need yet because they're trying to figure it out. And you see someone struggling with this, so you start solving it within you, and then you don't just tell them, you become the example, so that when they look at you and they say, George, you've changed. You seem so peaceful. You're living so abundantly all of a sudden. What are you doing? And you say, come with me. I'll show you. I'm so happy you asked. I have been working hard to be an example because I want you to win too. Here's what I'm doing. Here's my practice. Here's my energy. Feel this. That's journey number 1. So love journey number 2 because it gives you perspective to grow for journey number 1. So let's stay focused and be the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on your current state that allows you to be motivated and create the highest version of you. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link in the description. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. You can also join the Positive Mindset Facebook community. There's a link down below for that as well. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.